Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So in today's video, we're going to do EX1 of Stage 1 of the Trial of the Sealed Malefics. And so, of course, just like the normal stage, we are fighting the same Hatchio Super Boss fights, although in a weakened state. This will be a harder trial than the normal version. So we're going to use, since the enemies are weak to fire, we're going to use exactly the same team as we had last time, which is essentially a fire-type magic team. So obviously we feature AS Rosetta, Bivet, as well as Garyu with Manifest. Alright, so if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So note that in the very first fight, Ogre and Quorum and the Tanuki here, you will lose your bar every turn that Ogre and Quorum is still in play. And once you beat that down, you can use your magic hits while in Magic Zone to charge bar against the Fairy Raccoon Dog. And the reason for that is you want to have at least a half AF bar against Wave 2 of EX1. And I'll show you why shortly. Note that I actually did attack with Riki Conquest instead of using Horai Jewel preemptively. I actually don't want to over damage the enemy, and note that because there aren't many debuffs on the enemy, Riki Conquest didn't do a lot of damage, and that's actually on purpose. So keep that in mind when doing this particular wave. There are obviously other methods to conquer this one. However, I did want to go this way after a little bit of trial and error. I also had cast Codex earlier on because by doing that, then we do get protection against Wave 2, where Yasuzumi automatically tries to inflict poison on us, and Codex does have the guaranteed 1 status barrier. At this point, since Yasuzumi has no HP stoppers, we just blast it out of the water with a small AF right there. Now, if you don't, Yasuzumi's speed is pretty fast and will drain your MP 999 just like the original fight. And so that's not going to be very fun. You will actually spend an extra couple of turns to rotate back and forth. Not to mention, you probably have to do some survival tactics as well. So I highly recommend trying to bar that one down if possible. Of course, Kodama, since we do have a powered up fire magic team, and remember that you really want, during the AF, make sure all your buffs and shielding and so on and so forth are cast ahead of time so that you can do maximum damage, and it's all about just having preemptive Horai Jewel and then having your 3 fire magic DPS do the trick. Now in this final wave, I didn't realize the strong Fox Spirit 1 attack, so I actually cast Burning Shield on turn 1 of this particular wave, and I actually think that if I cast Explosion, the AoE from Garyu, I think I would have actually won the fight there and then. So you can actually shave off a couple of turns if you time it right. And so you know, as I'm playing through this, if you're wondering, I actually kind of try to just trial and error everything, and I mentioned this early on. It's not the most optimized strategy. However, it got me through, and you know, I just want to kind of show almost like a general approach toward this fight, and hopefully this gives you some ideas as to how effective at least a fire magic team can be used against this fight. Like mentioned earlier, you can definitely use free-to-play teams such as a Fire Slash team, Kid, Cress, Surge, and Aldo. I'm sure you can use some other powerful Fire Blunt teams, like, you know, whatever you want to make up. And so anyways, with this team, we love using Bivet since we don't normally get to use her, and otherwise pretty standard team members as usual. AS Rosetta, you know, Garyu, Mariel switching in and carrying some Grasta, AS Chio being our preemptive pain and poison setter, and then finally a Grasta holder in the back if needed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.